Hi guys, how are you doing? Well, many of you had asked for a get ready with me showing the new Too Faced Natural Eye, and this is in the new packaging. I'm also using my new camera. We'll see how it works. I just tried it a little bit yesterday. I didn't actually film, but just opened it to see how the lighting would be. So this is going to be new, but I'm glad I have the viewfinder back. I have my mirror off to the side a little bit. Back behind me, as you can tell, I don't have the comforter or any of the pillows because I'm washing the sheets. I'm actually washing the duvet cover too, which by the way, I get questions on that. It's from Pottery Barn. I'll link it below. But by the way, I need a new down comforter. We have a down comforter in the duvet. Let me know some good suggestions. I don't want to spend $500 though if I can help it. But we've had that one many years and the fluff has just gone out of it. It's real pain. It doesn't want to fill up the duvet anymore. So anyway, I've already primed my eyelids, Too Faced Shadow Insurance, primed my face with the Benefit Professional, which I really like. Foundation, I'm going to use my CoverGirl in Olay just because I feel like I'm having some skin issues. Have this crazy, what am I wanting to say? It was a pimple there and it's still so red, so... anyway, and I was out in the sun a little bit yesterday because we have not seen the sun and I don't know how long here, or just little glimpses. It has rained and thunderstorm for like weeks here, weeks. So I went out in the sun yesterday as I was cleaning off the patio, and it's like I didn't care. It's like I didn't care, you know, because I just needed some sun, you know. So anyway, I feel like I look more blotchy, but I like using my Sigma F80 with this foundation. And whenever I'm having issues with my skin, this foundation just, I don't know, comes to the rescue. And it's quick. Can I just tell you that already I am loving that Dior lip balm that I just showed in the haul? Whoa, that is some good stuff. See, I wish I would have known that prior to doing my Lip Addict haul, because that might have made it into my favorite lip balm because it's that good. I know it's expensive, but it gets kind of, you know, good reviews and raved about for a reason. I can see it now. So I just really love this foundation because it covers really well, but yet it doesn't feel dry. Like I said, it's really easy. The compact packaging is fantastic. Just started using this again within a couple of days. I kind of, you know, switch back and forth depending on what my skin's doing. Under eye concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me. Just absolutely love this. As you can see, kind of have some darkness from allergies still, and this just really helps cover that. A little goes a long way, so even though you see quite a few dots there, I try not to have too much product on. And then for some reason with this concealer, I kind of go back and forth. I've used this off and on for years. I like this little Bare Essentials brush. It's really thin and flat, as you can see, but I just think it's great for getting under the eyes. And I go all the way up to my lash line because if not, it's gonna look like I have smudgy eyeliner on. So, I mean, I don't know. For me, I need it all the way up there to cover the redness and discoloration as much as possible. And because this is so thin, it just really does that. And then of course, I'm always really dark right in the corners. And I kind of bring it over to the bridge of my nose and up on my eyelid because I just really think, you know, that helps brighten it. So sorry if I keep looking in the viewfinder, I'm not used to having one. And I just kind of pat it in. So absolutely love that concealer. And then I just flip the brush over so I'm not putting too much product. And speaking of my eyes, so many of you were interested in my you know, recent little car chat and FORE haul. I had talked about, you know, filler and that I had had it under my eyes and just kind of, you know, giving my thoughts about where I have it elsewhere too. So many of you wanted additional information and, you know, to show, because I said I did like before pictures when I got it under my eyes. That's seriously been one of the best things I ever did, because I don't know, for those of you that said you're interested, and you'll probably notice this on other people, you almost, when it starts, you know, deflating here, you almost get that real puffy look right here. And it just kind of looks crazy. And there's literally like a ledge, you know, an indentation here. And it has helped so much. I think I could get it touched up slightly in this corner still. But I mean, I had this done in October and I think it looks really good. And then depending on how much redness I have, you know, I go back and forth with concealers. I've been using the Physicians RX again. I have it in Natural Light. Actually, I have it in a couple colors, but use this one probably the most, and just a small brush from Crown that I've had for years. And then I just touch up, you know, any little spots. I always seem to have the discoloration right here. I was working on it and kind of got rid of it, and then around vacation it came back. And I think what it is I often wear my Ray-Bans, which have that metal frame. If it's not it, I find it highly coincidental that I always seem to get a lot of spots right around my sunglass mark, and I usually wear metal frame sunglasses. It's like it attracts it or something, attracts the sun. And I got one up here. Sometimes I don't care about filling those in. Always do a little around my nose. Have some old acne scars down here that are taking longer to fill in than I would like. And I usually powder my face. I use the Rimmel Stay Matte, mainly just in the areas, like my T-zone gets oily, and then the areas where I put a lot of concealer. So I want to set that. I'm going to use my new It Cosmetics, the Ombre Bronzer. Isn't it beautiful? I just love it. I don't know that it looks that pretty, like if it translates to the face as much, or at least on me, but I do like using it and I think it's really pretty. And I usually just take a big fluffy brush kind of in the darker. I always start right around here and kind of blend because that's where I need it. And then just kind of warm up my face a little. Not too bad since I was actually in the sun yesterday. I haven't really been contouring. I kind of start in that hollow, but kind of just move it all around more as like a bronzer. For blush recently, I don't know if I had it on in that video where you guys requested, but I've been using my Lorac Velvet Rope again. I just love this blush. It's just so pretty. So I'm just using that lighter color just to highlight a little bit. When I got the It Cosmetics, I also got the little, the brow power thing, the little one. I've used it a few times. The first time I used it, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so good. The second time and third time, I didn't love it. So I'm not gonna use it today. I'm thinking about doing an updated brow video. Let me know if you guys wanna see it. The technique is kind of the same as my older one, and I'll link that below. I don't know. I probably do it a little bit different, but anyway, is it just me? I'm sure my eyebrows are growing back. Does it look like? I think I see some more growth on this one for sure. Definitely like right here. For those of you who don't know, like half of my eyebrows are missing from, you know, my thyroid problem. So that's like, I've mentioned it before, but that's a big telltale sign. For any of you, if you're missing like the outer third of your eyebrow, you might want to get your thyroid checked. Anyway, I think that they are growing back. And that also reminds me, I've been meaning to do an update on that because it's been since August since I was diagnosed, and I think I'm finally where, like, you know, starting to be back to normal basically. Okay, I'm gonna put some lips on because I always feel naked without it. I'm going to use the Milani. This is the all natural. This is the pencil version of my favorite one. They're two different things, pencil and twist up. The colors are slightly different. So one's called Most Natural and one's called All Natural. I always get them confused. They are very similar though, but sometimes I just like the pencil. When I was at the plastic surgeon's office getting touch-up, I mentioned in that previous video, which I'll link below, I always chicken out every time I think I'm going to get maybe a little bit of filler in my top lip. Just because I'd mentioned before, I lost a lot of volume after I got braces, and even my mom says so. So, you know, if your mom agrees with you, it's true. Just, you know, I don't want anything crazy. I just want like what I had before. I always chicken out. One of the reasons why I always have to wear lip liner, and I have a little scar that things want to go into, but see how crooked my upper lip is? So, and I know you probably think I'm being picky, but it didn't used to be that way. So it's one thing, you know, it's like, oh, well, now it is. So that's how I notice things like that. And the other day I wore this combo and I really liked it. Kind of sticks in that case. I haven't worn this in a while. This is Lancome. This is the Absolute New brand, and it's in beige tulle. I got this like a couple years ago. Isn't it beautiful? Absolutely love this shade. I really like the formula too. And I think the other day I wore this. Not, like I said, the lips won't be the same as that video, but I used the Pink Lemonade. Okay, on to the eyes, finally, what you're waiting to see. So what I typically do, this is like one of my favorite shades of all time, this pink right here. And I hope this isn't washing it out as much as it kind of looks on here. I just take a flat brush, put that kind of all over the lid, but concentrate in the middle. So that's what you guys see a lot. And I kind of put it up. Don't forget to get in that dark place of your eye. It really brightens it up. So I kind of just start in the middle and then kind of wash it over. If you don't have this palette, which I highly recommend because I love the new colors in it, you could use Naked Lunch by MAC. You could use Pink Ice by e.l.f., which I love. Those are two really good shades for this. And then also on a pencil brush, I just use the same brush. I kind of dip it in the edge and get that inner tear duct. Really just opens the eyes a little. I kind of just stamp it in there a little, not going too crazy with that. And a lot of times on that same brush, I'll just turn it around and I'll use the cream color matte shade up there just as a little bit of highlight while I still have this brush out. I usually take like a MAC 217, and I usually take it in this nude shade. Sometimes I'll mix the nude and this more taupe shade here. They're both mattes, but I usually start out with the nude, and it's actually called Nude. And I'll just start in my crease. And for me, as you can see, because this eyelid, and some days it's worse than others. I think since I got the Botox, it has evened out my eyebrows a little. Some days you can see more lid space on this eye than others. Today, it's hanging a little, as you can see. So I start up here, above. So if you're wondering why I'm way up here, that's why. And I leave my eye open. And I just kind of blend it down in here. Bring it down just a little, but kind of like as a crease transition type shade. And this is just something, like I said, I'll either take this shade here or I'll take this shade right here and kind of work it in a crease a little bit. It just really depends. Or sometimes I'll blend them. I mean, that's to me what I like about this palette. You can kind of do all kind of things. So just give the crease a little dimension. So just on a flat brush, then I take the Sexpresso color, the really deep matte brown. That's like my favorite part of this. I just kind of stamp it on that outer corner, flip the brush, and then kind of come up in the crease a little. And it might look harsh now, but it'll get blended out. And this color is so pigmented. That's what I love about it. And then of course I have to work on them looking somewhat even because they're not at all. Take a blending brush and I just start from the outside and in. So basically I'm just working it in, blending it, and then with the out on top I just work it up, blending it. So basically I'm just pressing the brush down and pulling in. And then sometimes I'll take this, this shade right here. It's kind of like, it's called Push Up, on a really fine brush. And I'll actually just put this in right here for a little bit. Just an extra dimension a little bit. Not all the time, sometimes. It's something you only kind of notice like in person up close. Then I'll usually just take more of that cream shade at the top and kind of, if I feel like this is looking a little messy, I'll just blend that better right there. So I feel like I have a tiny bit of fallout on the ends, excuse me, and since I didn't powder, I'll just take this concealer slightly. Sometimes I also will take just like a highlighting type pen like this and I'll clean that up, and I just use my fingers. Now, sometimes I'll take a smudge brush and use a shadow underneath my lash line, or sometimes I'll just, to be quick, I'll use that NYX Ice Mocha. It just depends what I'm going for. Today I think I'm gonna just use the Ice Mocha, but you could definitely use one of the shades in there to give, you know, a same or very similar look. This is just quick. And then pretty much just most of the time, unless in the winter, I use the Chanel Marine liner. It's navy, but to me it just goes with everything, and that way it's not too harsh in the waterline. So that's what I use. And I found if you have trouble with things in the waterline, I always do like one coat, let it dry, and come back again. As you can see, my eyes are red, and I just think that really helps take away some of the redness. Like, I know a lot of people like a nude pencil for that, but I almost think that doesn't take away the redness for me as much as a black or the navy does. And then some days I'll tightline just a little at the corners. I've shown that, you know, before. And then I'm gonna take the L'Oreal Espresso Gel Liner. I don't know what made me think about this. What are you guys watching on TV right now? In the summer, it gets kind of boring sometimes. I mentioned a while back, we've been watching 24 on Netflix. We started. I think we're in season 4 now. Of course, we have a lot of catching up to do. I realize they just started the new season back. Man, we're like addicted to that show. That's like really good. I actually thought season 2 and 3 was better than the first one. So if you didn't really love the first one, I think it gets even better. So we've been watching that, and then Big Brother starts here pretty soon, which we absolutely love. And of course, you know, I watch The Housewives. My husband doesn't watch them though. Using the trusty Jordana Best Lash Extreme. It's just my absolute favorite. I mean, I just love it, and you cannot beat it. It's $2.99. I mean, but it is fantastic. It rivals some of the best mascaras out there, I promise you. I'm gonna try the new Hourglass and see what I think of it for under my eyes. We'll see how this goes. And that is it. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I absolutely love this palette. Just the new palette, the slimness of it, you know, those 2 new shades. I don't know. To me, it was so worth it, even though I have the original still. Absolutely love this. And there were a few colors in the original that, you know, I'd hit pan on, so I feel like it was totally justified. Absolutely happy with this. You can do so many different looks with this. This is just kind of a go-to look for me in general, using like the pinks and the browns. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.